ငန်းလေပတ်ဖို့လေငါထည့်နေကြအကောင်တွေကိုငါပတ်စံထည့်ပေးကြ
သူ့ရဲ့တယောက်ဆောင်တဲ့ပုံစံလေးရတယ်တနာကမလေးနဲ့ချစ်ဖို့ကောင်းနေဟာ
လာခဲ့မယ်လို့ပြောလိုက်နေ့တောင်ငါအာယုံနဲ့ရမ်းနောက်သွားတယ်ငါမရိုက်နိုင်တော့ဒီနေ့ shooting break တယ်လို့ပြော
နန်းလုံးကလက်မခံနိုင်ဘူးတော့ကိုနန်းလုံးကလက်မခံနိုင်ဘူး
စိတ်ကြီးခဏရှု
Have you ever noticed how the truth doesn't arrive all at once? It arrives in pieces, and each piece destroys a different part of your life. And when all pieces finally come together, it's not your enemies who suffer first, it's you. Before we begin, ask yourself this. If Lily is truly speaking from beyond her death through evidence and recordings, then who in this story has been lying the longest? And more importantly, who has been pretending to search for truth while actually hiding it? The episode opens in complete silence after the shocking black screen ending of Lily's final recording. That single sentence, "The person responsible is much closer than any of you think," does not leave anyone's mind. It becomes a psychological poison, spreading through every character. Ko-ki does not sleep that night, not because of fear, because of clarity. For the first time, everything he believed is no longer emotional, it is structural. He begins reorganizing every event like a timeline in his mind. Every argument, every disappearance, every strange reaction. And suddenly, patterns begin to emerge. People were not reacting randomly, they were reacting selectively, which means they already knew more than they admitted. Meanwhile, Nan is breaking down, but in a different way than before. This is no longer guilt or panic. This is confusion turning into paranoia. She replays the recording again and again, but only hears one thing: closer than you think. Her eyes slowly shift toward the people around her. For the first time, she is not asking, "Am I guilty?" She is asking, "Who is setting me up?" That shift changes everything, because a guilty person hides, but a trapped person starts fighting back. At the same time, I continues investigating alone. She follows the digital trail of Lily's hidden second phone. What she discovers changes the direction of the entire case. The phone was not only used for secret conversations, it was actively syncing data to an external backup cloud, which means Lily's secrets were never fully lost. They are still somewhere, waiting. I realized something terrifying. Lily did not just prepare evidence, she prepared a system designed to activate after her death. But the activation trigger is missing, and without it, the truth is incomplete. This is why multiple people are now desperate to control the investigation. They are not just hiding guilt, they are racing to stop the system from fully activating. Meanwhile, Ko-ki returns to the box discovered earlier, but this time he does not open it emotionally, he opens it like an investigator. Inside, he finds something new that he previously ignored, a second layer. Hidden beneath the documents is a small encrypted USB device, not modern, old-fashioned, intentionally disguised, which tells him one thing: this was never meant to be found easily. But what shocks him most is not the device itself, it is the handwriting on the case, a name written in faint ink, a name Ko-ki recognizes instantly. And for a moment, his entire expression freezes, because that name belongs to someone who has been emotionally close to him throughout the entire story, someone who has been part of his trust system, someone who has been helping him from the beginning. At this point in the story, viewers begin experiencing a psychological shift. At first, they suspected Nan, then they suspected Ko-ki, then Lily became the center. But now, suspicion becomes unstable, because every character suddenly feels equally capable of betrayal. This is where the drama transforms from emotional conflict into psychological warfare. Back in the house, Nan makes a dangerous decision. Instead of waiting, she secretly accesses Lily's remaining digital traces. She finds something unexpected, a partially corrupted message file. Only fragments are readable, but one fragment stands out clearly. "If something happens to me, do not trust the person who always says they are helping you." Nan freezes, because this statement does not point to an enemy, it points to a helper. And in this story, every major character has been someone's helper at some point, which means the betrayal is not outside the system, it is inside the emotional circle. Suddenly, Ko-ki arrives at home, but he is not the same anymore. He is calm. Too calm. The kind of calm that only appears after emotional attachment dies and logic takes over. He places the USB on the table and says only one sentence: "We are going to finish this tonight." Nan looks at him carefully, and for the first time she does not see her partner. She sees an investigator who has stopped caring about feelings. Only facts, only proof, only truth. The second part begins with the activation of the USB. The screen shows encrypted folders, but one folder is already unlocked. It contains video footage, old footage, from before Lily's death. The moment the video starts, everyone in the room goes silent. Lily appears on screen, not afraid, not crying, but extremely focused. She is speaking like someone who already knows the ending of her own story, and she says something unexpected. If you are watching this earlier than planned, it means someone already tried to erase me. That line changes everything because it confirms one thing. Lily did not die randomly. She was systematically erased. The video continues. She mentions names, but not fully. Some are blurred, some are distorted, but one pattern becomes clear. Lily was collecting evidence not against one person, but against a network of relationships, a system of hidden loyalty, emotional manipulation, and financial control. This is no longer a love story. It is a controlled structure of dependency. Suddenly, I burst into the house. She is out of breath. She brings new evidence. The backup system is partially activated, and the missing trigger is not a password. It is a human confirmation. Someone close to Lily must have triggered the system before her death, which means Lily's death was not the end of the plan. It was part of it. Ko-Ki reacts immediately. He starts connecting dots faster than anyone else. The necklace, the box, the USB, the phone, the fire incident, the corrupted message. Everything starts forming a single shape, and that shape is terrifying. Someone did not just kill Lily, they engineered her disappearance while preserving her influence after death. Then comes the biggest twist of the episode. The video suddenly glitches, and a second hidden clip appears. This one was not meant to be seen yet. Lily is speaking again, but this time she is crying, not from fear, from betrayal. She says, "I trusted you more than anyone, and that was my mistake." And then she names someone, but the audio cuts just before the full name is revealed. Only the first part is clear, and that first part matches someone standing in the room. Silence collapses everything. Nan looks at Ko-Ki. Ko-Ki looks at I looks at the screen. No one speaks, because now the truth is no longer theoretical. It is present in the room. At that exact moment, the house lights go out. Emergency blackout. Phones lose signal. And in total darkness, a single notification arrives on Ko-Ki's device. You are finally close. But there is no sender, only location tracking. And it shows one thing. The system is not just revealing truth. It is guiding them towards something. Or someone. When power returns, the USB is gone. The table is empty. Someone inside the house took it, silently, during the blackout. Which means the real manipulator is still inside, still watching, still controlling. Final scene. A shadowy figure appears outside the house, holding the USB, watching the windows, and speaking quietly. Now they will destroy each other without my help. The camera slowly zooms out, and the episode ends on a terrifying realization. The truth was never meant to save them. It was designed to divide them completely.